Hello, everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. I was about to say we're playing the such and such, the so and so, like I always do. I just finished up Diesel Robin the other day, and I guess I've had a lot of episodes per game recently. I guess both Diesel Robin and that last game, the Field Fire Elementalist, were like 27 episodes, which is outrageous. I feel like I'm usually around more like 16, but those just went forever. Anyway, the point is, I don't have a character to announce yet because we don't have one. And I have sort of two different things I could do. I could try to aim towards finishing every race and background at least once, but then I have to play something that I don't really want to play. So I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm just going to try to ensure that I get my streak up to 5 games, which would be a personal record for me. Which means playing something pretty easy. And I also wanted to. I like to try to extend my 1-1. That is, characters I have played only once and won them on the first try. And so I asked the bot, hey, what have I not played yet? That's good. And you know what he said? What was recommended to me as a pretty good character is Minotaur Berserker. So here we go. I hear they're good. I kind of want to just go. I mean, axes are good, but I like maces. Everyone goes MiBe of axes, but I think that's basically just because it's mostly bad players who tend to get surrounded badly. Oh my gosh, look at these aptitudes. How am I already so high on all these skills? I have Trog. It's disgusting. Yeah, let's just go explore. Let's turn on stones as well. There we go. And nut bolts, javelins, please. I don't have to pray anymore, right? Yeah, Trog takes care of that now. So I should, in theory, this is the easiest thing you can possibly play, and I've never played it before, which I laughed when I realized. I was always like, nah, I don't need to play anything that easy. Oh, let's not charge him. Let's back up. Level 2 already? For real? It seems so easy, so early. I was like, do I have any spells I could learn? No, you don't have any spells you could learn. You're a friggin' MiBe. Get over yourself. Don't want that Ring of Fire. The resist. I want to carry it, but I don't want to wear it. There's a lot of monsters, but I guess not bad. I want to have it so I can swap to it if I run in. Ooh, gnolls. All right, let's get it well away so that there's just going to be the one gnoll. We do have to deal with him, but we can do so without waiting for any other gnolls to arrive. Okay. And we got a flail. Nice. Wield H. Heals IHA. Good. Great. Wait, actually, is that better? 10 damage at 1.4. 8 damage at 1.4. But yeah. I'm not. Oh no, give me back the flail. I'm not so worried about the accuracy penalty. I don't know how to play this game. Just dropping items on the floor accidentally. What a mess. Anyway, the accuracy actually is not totally ignorable, but especially early game where you sometimes miss things. Once you, well, I guess you always that's always a possibility, but in the early game more than later, it's a bit more of a real concern. Later on, you mostly hit things most of the time, and also it's not such a big deal when you do miss. Did I say you mostly miss? I meant you mostly hit. In the early game, missing a monster, you spend a lot more of your time inches from death in the early game because you're lacking escape options and so on. So each miss does tend to matter more. All right, Robin, what else you got? What else you got, babe? Did she see me? I'm not sure she did. She only carries a helmet, so Dithmenos? Oh, I already have Trog. Never mind. Dithmenos is probably fine for a Minotaur, but it's not not really what we want to do, given, like, yeah, I know, that's how we extend our streak. We go Trog and we abandon on Dungeon 2. That sounds safe. Yeah, that's a good way to die. Anyway, but so missing is, like, not nothing, the accuracy that is, but pretty quickly it stops being so relevant, I think. And we just have to, like, get a little bit of Mace's and Flail's skill, and it doesn't really matter anymore. Whereas the extra damage is just good forever and just keeps getting better. All right, let's get Robin all by herself if we can. Up here. All right, we'll throw some rocks at her. She has a mace. Doesn't seem to be trailing any more goblins. Berserk. Got her. And what do you know? There is another goblin. Unlucky. We're going to have to fight him on. Hello? Is he coming? Yes, okay. I was going to say, we're going to have to fight him while we're still on the Berserk slow come down. But it's not such a big deal. We can Berserk here if we have to, but they're, you know, funneling goblins into a blender like that is probably fine. Worm. I want to be careful of worms. They have a lot of damage potential, even though this is a very strong character. You don't want to be like, you don't want to lose. So that's the thing. Like, having started this character and said, like, I'm doing this because it's very easy. I want to be careful not to die. It'd be a sad occurrence, right? Like, even more than usual, because it would be so super obvious that I could have avoided it. Ooh, give me that. Yeah. Let's wear it. Cool. Get this stupid animal skin, huh? Let's identify some stuff. Cure mute already, huh? There's some talk. I don't even know if it's happened yet. That is, like, I know there's a commit made by Marvin PA earlier today, reducing just slightly the amount of cure mutation potions that you get in a game on average. Like, I mean, ooh. He's a wizard with no spells. All right, that seems like not a very good character to me. And when I say reducing the number that you get, it sounds a little bit like I mean the game chooses ahead of time how many you should get. But I just mean, like, reducing the probability of each item being... Now, okay, that's not Toad Wizard, right? Like, we could probably take him out. But there's no sense risking it. Anyway, so he reduced slightly the amount of cure mutation that is produced in the game. And I had observed that, like, actually, you know, the last game or two that I played, I didn't feel like there was that much. But I think all the recent games besides that one, I have had plenty. So I think it's fine. It was just like the Diesel Robin game, right? If you guys watched that, you remember that we ended up with a couple of bad mutes at the end. No, we'll... that's what I want. Yeah, okay. He wants to skill level 16. We ended up with a couple of bad mutes at the end, and so I was like, are you sure that there's too much cure mute being generated? But I think it was dagger or electrocution. Do we fight this Ice Beast? I feel like we probably do. With Trog's Hand and Berserk, it should be okay. And there's already a ghost on the loose somewhere on the level, so I don't want to... Oh, hello. Okay, I guess since we're Berserking and Trog's Handing, we might as well fight this guy. Yeah, okay, thanks, Trog. What was I talking about? Anyway, there were some bad mutes left, and so I was like, oh. But anyway, oh, right. So it seemed at first to me like, are we actually sure there's too much cure mute? Because I had a game where I didn't have any. But, ooh, Crystal Whip, huh? But it was a lot of fun to have to deal with some Malamutes, you know? Like, it's not something that happens too much. I really wanted to try on this whip, but since I don't know if I have Cure Mute, and I already have, not Cure Mute, I don't know if I have Remove Curse, and I already have a perfectly good weapon. There's no sense taking the chance of getting cursed garbage and then dying. We can try on the whip later, and if it's amazing, it'll still be amazing. As long as we don't put ourselves in a position to die, we can try on that whip whenever we want. And you know, as a MiBe, it's hard to put yourself in a position where you can die except by wielding cursed garbage. So it just did not seem like the wise thing to do. Scale mail. No, I already have that chain of. I will try on glowing armor though. Okay, I'll take it. Yes. Meanwhile, I'm dropping H and Q, please. I don't know if it even flashed on screen long enough for you guys to see it, but it was +4 ring mail. Definitely an improvement over +0 chain, even with even accounting for the fact that we don't have the cold resist. Like, the cold resist hardly matters. What? Teleport trap? Something landed in a teleport trap? The adder somehow got in a teleport trap. I don't know how I managed to avoid it, but okay. Howler monkey. Let's head over to the stairs just in case. Yeah, you are howling a lot. Okay. Anyone? Nobody seems to be coming. Berserk. Run away. Berserk is just so strong. Gnolls are also strong. Has a ring, that's nice. Back off. Don't want to fight multiple Gnolls, please. Put on this new ring. Ring of Strength, sure. Is it time yet? Yeah, we have plenty of mazes and flails. Let's turn on fighting and armor. I like dodging, but right now we're wearing some relatively heavy armor. I'm not sure. Like, someone asked a while ago about like whether you should train. I don't know exactly how it came up. Actually, I don't know what the original question was, but I was of the opinion that, like, I don't know. Some player said you should, on a Minotaur Berserker kind of character, like a super melee oriented dude who's wearing heavy armor, you should, get out of here. Forget I'm messing with that. You should train armor for a long time without training dodging. Right? That is, you should train, your fighting, your main weapon skill, and armor, and leave dodging for like much later in the game. Because wearing heavy armor, like with what tends to be relatively low-ish dex, it's a little bit cheaper to train armor, but not a lot. However, like the amount of armor you get from training, the amount of AC you get from training armor is much higher than the amount of EV you get from training dodging because you're wearing such heavy gear, right? And so saying that you should bias a lot towards armor. And like, I don't know. I didn't think that before he said so, but then like I was like, yeah, maybe he's right. I think dodging is amazing, and like not getting hit is a thing that I really love to do. So I kind of train. Jeez, this is nasty. I train armor and dodging equally on like melee dudes, regardless of whether they're wearing heavy armor. And I'm just like, it'll turn out okay is my plan. How do we? Yeah, let's just go this way. Just gonna back up to regen some health here because that guy haven't hit us extremely hard. Turn on Trog's Hand to regen a lot more and keep backing up. And then once we're in a decent position again, we'll berserk him. There we go. Wow, we headbutted him for 2 exclamation points. Berserk is nuts. Anyway, so I tend to train a fair bit of dodging early on, and I thought that I was right, but now I'm like not sure. Maybe I should just focus on armor because of the immense amount of AC you get out of it when wearing heavy stuff compared to like the mediocre amount of evasion you get from dodging. But I don't know. I think some of it is also like those characters are pouring every point into strength, which I'm pretty sure is not a good thing to do. And that would bias them away from dodging, of course. We're recording, right? That would be pretty sad. Okay, we are. On the other hand, like, suppose I had forgotten to record. What have you guys missed, right? Early game MiBe? Right, let's Trog's hand and back off again. Wish I had that cold resistance now, huh? Alright, and Berserk. Got him. That's the nice thing. Well, that's one nice thing about Berserk is that it like doesn't even cost you anything to use in dangerous positions. Like most god abilities. Oh, I'm so tempted. We do have Cure Mute. But I just like there's no reason to mess around with it. Most god abilities you have to sort of balance like whether it's worth using them. Ooh, 3 scrolls of linking. Don't mind if I do. Against like the piety cost or the MP cost or something. You know, strategic concerns. Berserk, you still have to balance whether it's worth using it. It's a pretty good whip. But it's all tactical concerns, right? If using Berserk is something you can survive like right now, then yeah, you should use it. That's the answer. As long as you're not going to put yourself into position in the next like 50 turns where you'll die because you are coming down off of your Berserk high, then you should do it. It's like free. It costs you hunger, which is like nothing. The main thing is that it puts you in a position where you're not allowed to Berserk again for a while, either because of hunger or, okay, I'll take it. Or just because you're like exhausted or whatever. Nothing to eat. I'm hungry, guys. I was hoping to eat some yummy, yummy human. Anyway, so it's just a lot easier to like think about whether it's a good idea to use Berserk at a given in a given combat than it is to decide about like I don't know, Fed abilities or something. Put on a new ring. Let's swap out strength actually. Yeah, I think that's fine. Strength, of course, is like a less situational bonus. So you might say, shouldn't you take strength because it will help you all the time, whereas cold resistance will only help you against cold-based threats? Oh yeah, I think that's a pretty good whip. I'll take it. We need, what, 12 for a whip? Yeah, okay. But we're at 10 now, which is fine. You might say, anyway, but strength will help you against every monster. Shouldn't you take some strength and like swap on the magic resistance or the cold resist or whatever? And it's like, yeah, that's theoretically the strongest thing to do. But as a human being who makes mistakes, how do I see myself ever losing this character, right? And the answer is not, oh, I'll fight a monster who's just a little bit too strong, at least in the near term. Oh no, I fought a monster who's a little too strong. If only I had 3 more strength, I would have won. Like, no, that's not how this character is going to die. This character, if it dies, will die from just one-shotter. Take that. Will die by like something catching me by surprise and paralyzing me or whatever. Okay, yeah. So Doan has some pretty sick spells. I didn't want to have to kill Duvessa first. None of them are hexes. You know what, actually? Let's swap to the Ring of Strength real quick here over the Protection from Magic. Especially as a Trog dude. Wait, does he still have Blink? He does. Alright, so let's try not to Berserk him if we can. Potion of Might. It's a little bit awkward, actually. I mean, I should have retreated some stairs or something. Okay. We're going to die from something that like sneaks up and paralyzes us. And as a Trog Worshipper, we have access to like Trog's Hand for a ton of magic resistance, basically, right? Speaking of. Sigmund, huh? This is a way we could manage to die, right? If I turn on Trog's Hand, then he's basically 0% to confuse me, so that's very nice. But he still can cast invisibility on himself, and that could be a problem for me. What else does he do? Throw Flame, Magic Dart, and he has a Wicked Scythe. I'm just gonna back off here. Grab the ring. Let's Trog's Hand here. Okay, we found him. He's right there. And so what I want to do now is throw this book at him. Throw the book at him, Trog. And then light it up. Actually, let's walk towards him first. Now let's light it up. Still there, right? Yeah, we got him. Okay. Thanks, Trog. You're the best. That's why we keep these books around. I don't think I've ever like thrown a book at someone and then lit it on fire before. Like, it's a thing I hear about people talk about doing, but I don't think I've actually done it. So that was satisfying. A nice way to take care of Sigmund in relative safety, I think. How are we doing time-wise? We probably got time to make it to lair. I'm not going to charge a centaur. What kind of idiot do you think I am? I'll just go upstairs. Rest. Come back down. Alright, I'm charging a centaur. That's what kind of idiot I am. How are we for skills? Maces and flails back on, please, as well as dodging. It's like 3 times cheaper to train than armor. How can you say no? I think you guys are crazy, whoever said that. I already forget who it was. It wasn't someone watching these videos. I mean, I don't know, it could have been. But the guy was on Reddit or Tavern or something. Or priests. Let's just walk away. See? Whoa! What? What? The hacks! He teleported to over there! Let's Trog's Hand here. Okay. So like Trog's Hand is one that actually does cost piety, so you have to think a little bit about how you're spending your piety there. But I guess we can't wear that, huh? I was like, int -5? We're Berserker. We don't need int. And then I was like, oh, our int is 4. Okay, I guess we do need int. I don't even remember what I was talking about anymore. Who knows? It's a mystery. Wand of Teleportation. Good item. I inscribed it like that, not for any real reason, but just because it seemed fun. Yeah, let's Ice Blast these guys. I don't like killer bees at all. And another one. Okay. They do not teleport very far, do they? Jeez. Alright, Trog's Hand should help. I'm not sure how many bees there are. I would like to Berserk, but if there's a large number of bees, I want to be able to teleport. I don't want to commit to Berserking a million bees, basically. This guy is nuts in terms of like finding good items. He's pretty good at it. I'd like to worship Kyriatos. I like him. I'm not sure how long it's been since I had a Kyriatos game. I know a lot of players think Kyriatos is bad. Is honestly like not just bad but terrible. I disagree. I don't know. Even some very, very good players think that, and so it could well be that I'm just totally wrong. But also, I think he's a lot of fun, so I don't know. It seemed well. Actually, I remember I had a game a little while ago where I played like a Formicid of Kyriatos, which was my first Kyriatos win. That is to say, I recently played Formicid of Kyriatos, and also my first Kyriatos win was a Formicid. And I like that seems like, on the one hand, horrible, right? Because the main thing you can do with Kyriatos is like, oh, I'm stuck, better teleport. Or like, I'm a Formicid and I'm stuck, better walk away. And like, you can't do any of those things if you are both a Formicid and a Kyriatos follower. But you get like, I don't know. There's some good synergy because like, one of Kyriatos' big downsides is you can't use haste. And like, hey, I couldn't use haste anyway because I'm a stupid Formicid. Well, here's Lair, by the way. Come on up, Crocodile. Here we go. Oops, messed that up a little bit, positioning-wise. I let him get an attack on me that I didn't have to allow. But it's like, Kyriatos gives you some stuff that is great for escaping. He gives you like, or for repositioning, right? He gives you his AB, which is what, Temporal Distortion. He gives you AD, which is like one of the best escape spells in the game because it's like instant. Wow, that's actually interesting. Probably not worth wearing, but interesting. Anyway, it's like, it's instant. An instant escape on demand. So I thought like, hey, this is actually good for Formicid, and last time I played a Formicid of Kyriatos, it was really strong and I liked it, so I'm going to do it again. And I don't remember actually if this was on camera or not. I'm kind of leaning towards not. I don't know. You know, if it was, you guys can go find the link and watch it, of course. But actually, I found that like I've gotten to be a better player than last time I did it, which was pretty early on in my career. And I found like Formicid of Kyriatos is pretty hard. I'm gonna go to Dungeon 9 before we head to Lair. I don't know. Like, I mean, I won the game, but it felt very frightening often. Let's go upstairs and see if I have Remove Curse yet. Enchant Weapon. Yikes. That's what I get for dropping that Morning Star, huh? Oh well. Mapping. Enchant Armor. Okay. The Cloak, I guess. And again on the Cloak. Anyway, so the stuff that is taken away from you when you worship Kyriatos is a thing that I didn't appreciate as much last time I played him. Or rather, the previous time I played him. And last time I actually did appreciate it, and I was like, wow, this is pretty scary. But I don't know. I still think he's good. That's my... Ooh, used wands, huh? These are all not great, but I will put these on my list. Identify teleportation. It's good to have a lot of that. Of course, on this character, we will not be going Kyriatos, right? We've already got a god all lined up. Trog would be pretty sad if we changed our mind about it. We could maybe consider doing that much, much, much later, but I don't see any reason to. Javelins, sure. Thanks, Trog. I don't know. I should get the hang of using throwing weapons. See, Trog's encouraging me to broaden my horizons. I don't do a lot of throwing games. How do they get drained? Oh, Knolls. Wait a minute. Shield? Do I want a shield? I have a one-hander. Let's see what the shield is like. If I wear it, my evasion goes from 14 to 11, and I get 8 shield. So, like, that's pretty good. But also it slows down my attack speed, and I don't really want to train shields. Because, like, we're going to switch to a two-hand. We're going to get a big two-hander someday, almost certainly. And not too far in the future, either. Like, I don't mind training shields if it's going to be a long time before we find something better. I guess it is a +7, but it's only a whip, so I think I'm just not going to do this. I'm going to take off the shield. It's slowing down my attacks, I'm sure, and, like, just not worth messing with. Okay. I guess we're done with, wait, did I finish Dungeon 9? Why can't I get here? What's going on? An iron grate. Is this Zin? Oh, Zin will open it up for you, I guess. Well, if I had recharging. You know what? Where's that shop? Oh, it's on D9. Give me, please, the wand of disintegration. Which is this one. Yes. And now, I'm not going to do it now, but at least when I random read some scrolls, if I hit recharging, it'll recharge my wand of disintegration, and then I can, let's annotate this. These need digging. There we go. Okay, cool. So we did it. I don't remember what I was talking about. Trog, Kybrados, who knows? But you're gonna have to wait till at least the next episode for resolution. And honestly, probably never. I'll forget to get back to it. So I hope it wasn't too important. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.